Hello and welcome back to my channel, Watchman Reviews. I'm Gareth and happy Star Wars Day. Yes, May the 4th, that the fans have dubbed Star Wars Day. It's now a big craze now all over the world. I thought I would do for this what I have of Star Wars. So that's physical media, the Blu Rays, DVDs, 4Ks. I got vinyls, I've got art books, figures. The only ones I'm not going to be showing in this is I do have a load of comics for the Star Wars as well. When Marvel started doing a few years ago now, in between Star Wars and Empire Strikes Back, and then in between Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, and a few spin-offs as well, Han Solo spin-offs, Dr. Aphra, I think it is, a new character they brought into the comics as well in the Star Wars universe. Maybe another time, maybe next year, I will pull them out from storage and bring in and show on my channel. I have a few graphic novels as well. But first of all, we're going to look at is my vinyl collection, because it's probably the smallest out of everything I got. There is only 5. So if you've watched my videos before in haul 1, I did pick up the Phantom Menace on thing. Absolutely love this soundtrack. Pretty much Duel of the Fates. As much as I love the original score for Star Wars, and Empire Strikes Back's my favourite whole score. It is. I think this has the single most best score on you with Duel of the Fates. Brilliant soundtrack, and I love that song at all as well. So brilliant. Got the remastered Star Wars, so none of these are original, but the remastered Star Wars A New Hope one as well, double one. I've done videos for these on my channel videos ago and all that, if you want to go back and check it out. It is also the Empire Strikes Back as well, done by the National Philharmonic Orchestra. It is. So this ain't like the original one and all that from John Williams, but a different orchestra and conductor play into the music. But again, beautiful artwork on this one right here. And I do have 2 from the new seat things as well. So The Last Jedi. Say what you want about these movies, the soundtracks are still phenomenal on these from John Williams. And then last but not least, The Rise of Skywalker, which has, I do love the artwork in the middle of this one. I do. You can see it all. It is. But yeah, that's my vinyl collection of that. And then we will go into the art books now. It is, because I've got a few of these I have. So we'll start off with the newer ones. So I have got a Rogue One for you. One thing I love about movies and that, do the things, I love getting art books for them. It is, and yeah, I love these. I won't be opening them up because I don't want to make this video too long and all that, but just open up a page. But love the artwork for these movies. It is for any movie, really. It is. It's a perk of movies, which the artwork and all that I absolutely love. We also have Rise of Skywalker. Got some nice art on the back of that as well. We have The Last Jedi, which is kind of the black sheep of the family. Well, the last 2 are probably. It is. But still, very nice artwork by these for that. And then we also have The Force Awakens. Some beautiful artwork again on that one. And it's really got to look through these again. It's been a while. I do have 2 from the prequel as well, because these ones go for, I don't know about Revenge of the Sith, but they used to go for a pretty penny, to be honest. But I got the Revenge of the Sith one, big duel on the end, at the end of the movie there, which just had its 20th anniversary. Came back out in the cinema. I didn't go and see it in the cinema. I watched it twice when it first came out. It did, but very nice. And then we have an episode 1, which I did buy second hand, so that's why it's looking pretty tacky. The out the sleeve is, to be honest. It was like that when I bought it years ago. It was, but again, another one I need to look through again. And I do have another 2 books as well. And these are, I think I found these cheap in, you know, the Word or the workshop or thing around. They do cheap books and that. They did have the Star Wars Absolutely Everything You Need to Know with a nice little holographic outer cover for there as well. But pretty much has everything, I think, up to, yeah, including some of the TV series as well. And I don't know whether it's just up to The Force Awakens or it actually goes past that. It does, but a very nice book as well. And then the last one for the books is Star Wars The Ultimate Guide. So again, another one I picked up on the cheap. Goes into the comics and that as well, this one. It does, and I don't think this goes any... I think this is the prequels only. It'll go up till it does. And yeah, some of the animated shows that they've done as well. So yeah, very nice books indeed. So next up then, we'll go into my figures. So as you can see with the video, I've put over this one. It is. I've got quite a few on a shelf that are unboxed. They are pretty much picked most of them up on the cheap, except for 2 of the back ones, the Boba Fett and the Darth Maul. I picked them up at the Disney store before it closed down in Cardiff. It did, but the rest of them are pretty much what I found on the cheap in game or when I was out and about or on the internet. It is. So that's why most of them are pretty much open and for room. It is. So we will have a look now at some of my other ones. So I have got a couple of boxes which I probably will open sooner or later. And one of them is the Darth Vader from Infinities. This was a trilogy for each one. It was like an event changed in their movies which changed it. The first one was Luke didn't blow up the Death Star, so Leia got captured and got turned to the dark side. The second one was, I think, the second one was Luke dies on Hoth, and then Leia gets, and Han thinks he's the one who needs to go to Dagobah to train as Jedi, but it's in fact Leia who goes with him. So we have that. And then we have this one, I think was Return of the Jedi one. Yeah, it is Return of the Jedi, it says here, where Vader actually turns back to the good side and all that, and he becomes white instead of the black suit. It is. So I do have them on the graphic novels. So I have 2 of them on graphic novels. I think I have the third one, I think Return of the Jedi, in comics. I do. That's a very nice figure, that is. And my brother bought me this one for Christmas one time. And it's Boba Fett again. And I don't think I'll open this one. I think this one looks nice in the box. It does. But a very nice looking figure indeed, but there. And I do always like the glass ones, which I'm pretty gutted with the newer ones these days now. It's pretty much this whole cardboard box. It is. And some of the ones, the series I've been picking up these days, and I think I'm only a few short on getting the whole lot. And I did these Holocom collection. So beautiful ones for you. Like, yeah, they have, some of them have like a bounty on them. It is. So this one's Bo-Katan. It does show on the back. It does have a light base as well, which shines. It is, but I'm not opening these. I'm keeping these ones closed. I am. We do have Axe Wolves as well, which we see in the Mandalorian series. It is. Again, very nice. They do have this embossed side on them as well. Han Solo. Again, embossed on the side. And on the back for there. And we get his bounty as well. And we do have 2 villains as well, which is Darth Maul. With a nice embossed again for there. And around it is. Don't think he has a bounty on his one. And we do have the main guy himself, Darth Vader, as well. I do love these figures. It is. And some of them were going on pretty cheap on Zavi and all that. And that's why I started picking them up. I did. And my last one in that collection is the Ahsoka one. And I had it signed by Rosario Dawson on the weekend. I did on yesterday. Yeah, yesterday it was. So she's brilliant. She was such a nice person to talk to and that. So I got her to sign this as well. So again, very beautiful indeed. I also did have a picture with Hayden Christensen. It did as well. Couldn't get my autograph with him because he sold out in 3 hours. So I was lucky enough to get the picture, and I was going to buy an autograph a bit later, but unfortunately he sold out, so I wasn't be able. I'm tempted to go to Manchester because he's there in July. I'm tempted to go there to get an autograph from him as well. Probably have him sign the Darth Vader figure, but you heard to go with the Ahsoka Tano one. But yeah, they're my figures I've got and all that is. So next up then, we will go into my physical media. So the last lot I have now is pretty much my physical media thing. So it's the Steelbooks, Blu Ray, and I have some DVDs as well. So first we're going to look at is the main set of movies, which I do house in this. Fits them nicely in there and all, and I think it's a nice thing to house your things. I got a few of these that I bought from B&M. It is, they were on the cheap, they were. So I've done videos for all these in the past if you want to go back and have a better look at them. But beautiful artwork from all. So we do have episode 1, Phantom Menace, there. We have episode 2, not my favourite one to be honest. It ain't, but beautiful artwork again. And then we have episode 3. And we go into the original trilogy now with A New Hope. And we go into Empire Strikes Back, which is probably the weakest design out of all these. I think everyone complained about the design of this one when it came out, but they were going through original, the first poster they put out for these movies, I think, for each one of these, and unfortunately that was the first one, so that's why they did it. But there is a much better one poster out for artwork on that. So there we are, that's Empire Strikes Back. And then we have number 6, Return of the Jedi. And then we go into kind of the black sheep of the family now with the trilogy, the sequel trilogy. And then we have episode 7, The Force Awakens, which I think is a brilliant movie. This one is sets up the rest of the trilogy perfectly, but then kind of takes a nosedive after this one. And then we have Rian Johnson's episode 8, The Last Jedi. Has its moments, I'll give it that. It does have its moments, but should have had a time skip in the beginning, like every other movie has in this franchise. All the other trilogies movies in this should have had a time jump in the beginning. And then right at the end, The Rise of Skywalker. And I can see what J.J. Abrams was trying to do with this. I think the whole movie is pretty much what his vision for episode 8 and 9 would have been. But unfortunately, he had to squeeze it all into one. And that's how we got this, unfortunately. It is. But that's the main 9. We go into the 2 spin-offs they did. Well, kind of spin-offs. So we have Rogue One. One of my favourites. Probably my favourite thing that Disney has done in the movies. Apart from the TV shows, which we will get to. It is. And Solo, which is an enjoyable movie. But the problem with this is, you didn't care about it. You just didn't need it. I don't care how Han got this or got that, because it's kind of explained during the movies and stuff like that. You don't really need to see how we got all this and that. But overall, it's an enjoyable movie. It is. And then we go into the TV shows then. It is. So, obviously, the Ahsoka one they brought out. It is. I know Andor season 2 started now, but I'm waiting for that to finish and then I'll binge it all. But here's the thing. One of the better of the things that Disney brought out. I know a lot of people think it's boring and all that, but I like this stuff. I think it's brilliant. It is. And then we have Obi-Wan Kenobi, which is a bit of a hit and miss of a show, to be honest. After having Andor, which looked absolutely amazing. Part of this looked cheap. It did, but Obi-Wan taking on Vader again at the end, and we get Hayden Christensen back right at the end as well in the Vader thing. It was an enjoyable end to this series. And then last but not least, we have The Mandalorian Season 1 to 3. So, number 1. Number 2, which I probably just prefer over number 1. It is, but I do like number 3 as well, and it was a good conclusion to the series, which we will begin a movie, Mandalorian and Grogu. So, yeah, I think they showed the trailer for that on Celebration. They did, so that leaked on the thing. I watched it before it got taken down. And then my Blu Ray is just the one thing on the Blu Ray, and it is this beautiful set that came out for all 6 movies, the first 6 movies, and we get this beautiful artwork of young Annie, and then the silhouette of Luke Skywalker behind him, looking at the Tatooine sun. It is. So we get this beautiful thing, and then on the inside, then do get a nice little booklet, a little guide to the galaxy, with again some excellent artwork in the middle of there, and then pretty much just all the movies then for there. So that's my DVD, which I don't think I might have done a video showcasing this. I might have, but I know I've done a video of these last 2, and that is like little tin set ones. So you do have this black and white one. Got a little slip cover for that as well, and embossed slip cover for that. Beautiful artwork on the back as well, Vader on the front, and then a little slip. It is, and then we get another box that houses all the DVDs. It does. So pretty much open them up, and get kind of another nice little box. It kind of looks like the DVD ones you used to get. We had, it is, and I have got the DVD ones as well. It is, so we get kind of the remastered ones. You get the first 3 movies, obviously: Star Wars, Empire Strikes Back, Return of the Jedi, and we get some nice bonus material with it as well. But yeah, the art thing on you is, I'm pretty sure I had the gold one I did of the VHS. I think it's up in the attic somewhere. It is, to be honest, so I will have to find that another time. For another time, I will. And the last one I got is this tin set, but this one houses all the DVDs, but they're in its original form. So you get this beautiful art all the way round. So one of my favourites in my collection, to be honest. But these are not. These are your original. Yeah, it comes with like the remaster, but it does say includes the digitally remastered movie plus the original theatrical version, so you can watch these in their original form, the way they came out. So yeah, I'm never getting rid of this, because to be honest, man, I would love to see a 4K proper set. You can get your bootleg ones off the internet and that you can, but a proper one without all the new digitally remastered stuff that George Lucas put on it. It is. But that is my whole collection, pretty much, or majority of my collection of the Star Wars stuff. It is pretty much my. I love horror, but as a franchise, I think Star Wars is, from a kid to growing up and that, I think it is my favorite franchise of all time. I love everything they bring out. I know a lot of people shit on it and stuff like that, but I do love it all, and I will watch it till the day I die. So happy happy Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment below. Tell me what you have in your collection, or what your favourite ranking the movies and all that. If you follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and on Twitter, on Instagram, I did just do my ranking of the movies, a quick little picture ranking of all the movies in my collection, but not the TV shows as well. So have a look on there. Tell me down below what yours is, and if you'd like to see more videos, I guess, please subscribe to my channel. I'll see you next time.